The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Wrong thing. Boom. Right there. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, there. Sorry. Fumble. Fat fingered that one.
How's it going?
It's good. It's going good. Hey, everybody. Hey, Jeremy. Phillips on.
We forgot to fix the shot.
Oh, what shot?
The two shot.
Oh,
it's not centered.
Oh, do you want me to do that or you want to do that?
No, I'll do it, I guess.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Liquid Lunch. Trying to, boom. There. Oh, yeah. Sound. Sorry, Philip. There's the sound. We made the sound happen. It recorded with sound. It's fine. Thank you, Philip. You have to hit all the buttons. Welcome to Liquid Lunch, Texas Live Midday Craft Beer Show. I'm Josh. That's Kennedy.
Hi.
And I think we're doing this. Are we doing this?
What?
I think we're doing this, right? Right?
What?
Like we're on. We're doing it. We're here.
Why are you questioning?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that we're on.
We're
I
on.
think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. It's Monday. This is where we drink beer and talk about it. We're in Texas, and we're lucky to have a couple of guests today. Are you ready to introduce our guests, or do I need to stall longer? All right. All the way from the Alamo City, ladies and gentlemen, Mike and Jacob from Dos Sireno Brewing Company in the heart of beautiful San Antonio. Fellas, how y'all doing?
Doing great.
Good. There you go. So on your screen left, that is Mike. On your screen right, that is Jacob. But they're opposite in real life. Don't let that throw you.
Mike's a good looking one.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Anybody question? Yes, we are live. We are live. Yes, absolutely. All right. So, how are things going? What's up today with you guys?
Things are going good. We're glad to be on the show. Appreciate the invite and ready to talk some beer. Tell a little bit about our story, I guess.
Yeah, let's get right into that while Kennedy jumps over there and adjusts the camera and then closes the doors.
And gets the beer.
And gets the beer, most importantly. So tell us about your brewery. How long have you guys been open? And how have you survived in the last year and a half or so? And all of that, and go.
Well, we opened the doors officially on December 27th, 2019.
Okay.
So barely got into 2019. We established the brewery in 2018, but it took us over a year to get into our building, get everything set up, all that good stuff. So, and of course, last year, as you know, and everybody knows, it was not the best year to be opening a business of any kind, much less a brewery or in brew pub where you're expecting customers to be able to come in and see you. But we managed to make it through. We had, we're shut down for 8 weeks with to-go only, and made it through that time. And since we had a restaurant side of the business, we were allowed to open back up once the restaurants were going, and that, I think that definitely helped us make it through some of those tougher times. But yeah, it's been good. Things are improving now as well. So we're into our second year. So December was the 1 year anniversary. Didn't really have a party because wasn't really opened up to party time yet. But
right.
Hopefully we'll have a big celebration at year number 2.
Well, very cool. We do have a couple of your beers on the table. We're going to get into that in just a second. We won't jump to that just yet. That's just a teaser. So the two of you, it's a unique relationship in the brewing world. Sometimes there's a lot of husbands and wives. Sometimes there's brothers. Sometimes there's friends from college. But it's few and far between to have father and son, and that's what we have here. So how is that working every day with each other? I'm sure it's awesome on some days, and I'm sure on other days it's other adjectives.
Jacob give his perspective on that.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, it's great till he pulls out the I'm your dad, you need to listen to what I tell you card. But we're get along, and all the good days heavily outweigh.
Good days outweigh the bad days. And typically there's no real bad days. There's just more moments every now and then. It's like, But I mean, that's just like anybody else you work with, I guess. But we know each other pretty well, so we know each other's good habits and bad habits, and kind of give each other jabs every now and then. But it works out pretty good.
Well, that's cool. So how did the whole brewing thing start? Did Mike, did you teach Jacob? Were you already into brewing and then you brought him along, or did y'all both get into it together, or how did that start?
I started home brewing 22 years ago, and so Jacob was 6 at the time, and just like to hang out with me. We were doing extracts at the time, so pouring extracts into my boil kettle, and he'd sit there and lick whatever was left in the containers and kind of hanging out, stir the pot a little bit for me. And just when we were doing transfers, I'd help him, help me clean bottles, doing things like that. And I don't know, I guess it just kind of stuck, because about 8 years ago, he for Father's Day bought some ingredients to make a batch of beer together, and we made a batch together. It was a 5-gallon batch of beer that went pretty quick, because back when I first started, he was 6, wasn't drinking beer, but by that time he's legal age drinking, and was drinking it pretty quick. So we started making that, had a good time, and so we decided to make another batch, and then another batch, and like I said, he was drinking them fast, so we went from 5 gallons to 10 gallons, and at that point in time, we switched over to all grain and started taking our recipes and switching over to all grain recipes, and just experiencing that much more fun and experimenting with everything, and just kind of got into it and took off from there.
That's cool. That's cool. Jacob, what was that first? Do you remember like that first batch that you brewed? Do you remember style and anything like that?
The very first, back when I was 6, I want to say it was a raspberry porter, but I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you 100%.
What about that first legal batch you brewed?
Oh, that one, I know it was a pumpkin porter.
Okay.
For the Father's Day brew.
Yeah, the Father's Day brew was a pumpkin porter that we did.
Okay, that's cool. Pumpkin porters are good.
So I have a question. Before, Jacob, you were of legal drinking age and you guys were brewing, did you get to drink the wort? Like right before it went in the fermenter? Did your dad pour you a big old glass of that?
Definitely not a big old glass. He wasn't sharing that much.
He did drink a little bit of that. It was the non-alcoholic part.
Right.
And if I don't know any better, I mean, I think he probably snuck a bottle or two out of the other batches once he got a little bit older. I don't think when he was 6, but probably in the 10-year-old range, he probably snuck a bottle or two out.
Well, I'll say this: that's way different than the beers I would have had. My dad would have had around. There was no raspberry porters or pumpkin porters or anything that would have been like, oh, that might actually taste good. My dad didn't have good beer taste back then. It was like PBR.
We were making a lot of different kinds of beers. That raspberry porter is one I used to call my dessert beer. So I'd make it in the cooler months. Not that it gets that cold around here, but in the cooler months, and definitely was a little higher, but had that nice taste. It was kind of a dessert beer or after dinner beer that we would make, but definitely on the sweeter side.
That's cool. Well, okay, so if somebody's going to come out to your brewery, let's say, I don't know, this weekend or sometime this week, have because the weather's finally cleared up, it's no longer raining, I think, at least for the next day or so. What can they get on tap? What do you guys have currently? What do you have available?
Well, we've got 20 taps on the wall, and currently 17 of them are full, and then the other ones aren't full just because we hadn't had a chance to move some kegs over to put them on there. So we've got a good selection of German-style beers. So we got our Wise Guys Hef, which is probably one of our #1 sellers. We've got a
Did you name that after your son?
We've got a Weizenbach on the German side. Then we got some Belgian-style beers. Triple. We just put on tap a golden strong ale, a Belgian golden strong. We got a Athena wit, which is a Belgian wit that we do. And then we got, an assortment of IPAs, a couple of other beers. I guess we got a Dreamsicle cream ale that we do on nitro.
Okay.
And we did our first pickle beer since everybody's into the pickle scene these days. We decided to do a pickle beer called To Dill or Not to Dill that we're doing as well.
And did you or did you not?
We did.
We did. And it was funny with the way that beer came about. We did a April Fool's Day this year. My front of house manager sent me a text. Hey, you mind if I go ahead and do an April Fool's post, as a joke to them? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do that. And so she does a post about a pickle seltzer that we had on tap that we hand juiced 500 pickles. Anyway, this great picture of the glass with the pickle. It basically was pickle juice in it with pickle slice, kind of decorated it up and really looked good. And we had people. I think that was our most shared, most liked post that we've ever done on social media. And people were going crazy about it. And then they were getting mad because we didn't actually have the beer. So we started talking about it. So, well, if they want it that bad, maybe we'll go ahead and make one and see what happens. And so far, it's been pretty popular.
Yeah, well, I don't know what people get excited. They get that pickle tickle in their soul, I guess. And then they go crazy for those pickle whatever.
That's what we said.
Hey, Aaron's on. Hey, Aaron, how are you doing? I think Aaron, are you still out in the San Antonio area? I think so. Is it, how do I pronounce Cirrus Dunkel? Karis.
That's me, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron says it's the best with all the exclamation points.
Yes.
So thanks for watching, Aaron.
I think we have a question.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
It's an important question.
Oh,
Yes.
it is. All right, yeah. Check your watches, one and all.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
So it is a beer drinking show and a beer talking show, but we have to keep those whistles wet. What do you guys got? I saw you have the hef, right, Jacob?
I do. I've got the White Skies Hefeweizen.
Was that named after you? Did your dad name that after you?
Yeah. Well, I came up with the name. We were entering it into a homebrew competition, and we actually needed to name it. So it was the first beer that actually got a name for us.
Oh, very cool. Oh, I didn't realize Aaron worked for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
He does.
Good. Aaron's one of those guys I follow on social media, and he's just immersed in like the San Antonio beer scene. He's a staple. So good on you and good on him. I'm glad you guys are working together. Good. Thanks, Aaron.
You guys.
And I'm drinking our Almathea Weizenbach.
Okay. What's the ABV on the Weizenbach?
7.6.
Okay. Cool. I like a good Weizenbach.
Just an easy drinking lunch beer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of, we'll get into if you needed to eat lunch, well, you don't have to go anywhere when you're there, but what do we got?
Let me show you.
Okay.
I managed to find a couple of these.
Wow. Spiced Winter Ale.
There you go.
I told you it was a wit beer. I can't read.
That says winter, not.
It says okay.
How many beers
Spice-
had you had when you read the label?
Who knows?
Because I could see wit coming from a winter after like a couple of those.
It kind of looks like if you just glance at it, you could see where I get wit beer out of there.
Yeah. No.
All right. Mm-hmm. And
The
Helios Coast.
Helios Coast, the one you can barely keep on the shelves.
That's correct.
well, considered us blessed. Well, we should probably start Kolsch, right?
Sure.
I guess that seems like
We'll go Kolsch.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that seems appropriate. Let's do that. I like Kolsch's. I've gotten to where I think I don't know, like I love Pilsners, but at sometimes Kolsch's are even like a better hot weather beer than even like Pilsner.
Oh, that one's usually pretty good on the hot weather, and we add so it's a traditional German Kolsch, but we add a little some lemon drop hops in there just to give a little bit of a citrus flavor to it.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Lemon drop. Is lemon drop, is that an American hop? Is that, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know? Can you go full nerd on that hop? Do you know like its lineage? Where did it come? Because it seems like a newer hop, right?
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
It's been around for a little while. I couldn't tell you the full lineage of it or anything, but it definitely gives you a little more citrus than some of the other ones, and definitely lemon side of the citrus.
That's cool. You could have just like gone on and said whatever, and we would have believed you. So
Yeah. Actually, talking about hops and going full nerd on it. In our beer garden area, we actually grow hops out there that we've used in one of our beers. Last year we did on a couple different batches, and this year we're hoping to have a little better harvest and do it again as well.
okay. What varieties are working well in your area?
Well, what we're growing is Cascade.
Okay.
Seem to be a little more heat tolerant than some of the others.
Yeah.
They're actually growing pretty well. It's the second year, and last year we didn't get the rhizomes planted till mid-April. So, but we managed to get enough to do 3 batches of beer off of them last year.
Cool.
We're not cutting the whole plant down. We just go out and pull each hop cone off individually.
Okay.
You have to keep them. You keep them out of direct sunlight.
It's kind of tough to do, but where we're situated at, we're kind of got an apartment complex on one side, so it blocks a little bit, but they get a little direct sunlight for a couple hours, and then we've got some canopies up that kind of block the shade too.
Okay.
We just have to water them. I water them 3 times a day.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, they grow fast too, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, I grew some in my backyard, and I'm like, oh, these will look nice on the 6-foot fence. That'll be nice. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to need a bigger fence because they grow fast.
We've got these that are growing up to about 10 foot tall, and then we've ran some cables and rope horizontally, so they come up and they turn and actually create shade over the top of some of our tables as well.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of neat to get the hops hanging down.
Yeah, that adds to it when you're kind of surrounded by all that. Our team of nerds, Philip, in our watching right now, he looked up the lemon drop is from the Cascade strain. So there you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Philip.
But that from the Cascade strain could be a lot of different hops. I think that's one of the originals from the American side that a lot of things have came from.
Yeah, he's like Cascade was like the Genghis Khan of hops. It went around and made a lot of baby hops.
10% of all hops.
Yeah, when
come from Cascade.
when Cascade went across the country and just pillaged the countryside and just started sticking his rhizome everywhere. I know,
That's it.
Things got weird. Actually, the hops that grow the actual cones are female, so it'd be right. The male, I don't think the male side grow anything. If I remember my hop nerdery.
That's I couldn't tell you that 100%. I know I've got a whole one variety of hops out there, but if you look at the leaves on different plants, some of them have 3 and prongs, and some of them have 5. So that's probably a difference between the male and female. But it looks to me like they're all producing cones.
Okay, all right. Maybe it's I don't know. It is 2021. Who knows what's going on now? I don't.
Yeah, and I'm it's my first time growing hops too, so I'm just now getting into that part of it. Hadn't done all the research on that part of it.
Yeah. Well, maybe if they're wearing a skirt, you can go look under, see what's going on. Is that a skirt? Is that a skirt or a kilt? I don't know.
It's hard to tell these days. So
yes, exactly. Okay, Nerds United. Jeffrey and Philip both said that the female produced the cones.
There you go.
So when you say check out, you got Coneonies on. Anyway, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that.
You tried.
I tried.
It
didn't work. But anyway, well, that's cool. Now, Cascade. Those are the ones that grew when I grew them in my backyard. Those were the ones I think that did the best. I tried some of the other C hops, but Citra maybe.
Centennial, Citra.
Yeah, Chinook maybe. Some of them they did okay, but yeah, you have to like you said, you're watering 3 times a day. I didn't have the patience or the I don't know, attention to detail for that, and they burn out pretty quick. So.
Yeah, it was tough to start with. We were out there watering them by hand and having to swing by here at lunchtime watering, and then in the afternoons. But we ended up putting a drip irrigation system in. That kind of automated things helps out a lot.
There you go. That's smart. I should have done that. It's like having a puppy. It's like my in-laws just got a new puppy. That's why I'm thinking about puppies. A lot lot of work there, Kennedy, when you get a puppy.
I'm not getting a puppy.
Oh, I don't blame you. I'm just saying, if you get a puppy, it's a lot of work. It's adorable.
Yep.
It's a miniature Australian Shepherd. Have y'all ever seen a miniature Australian Shepherd? They're adorable, but a lot of work. Anyway.
I didn't know there was a miniature Australian. The Australian Shepherds are fairly small anyway, right?
Yeah, and then they just put them in the dryer or something, shrunk them. I don't know what they did. They did something. So you so what beer did you say that you used your own hops in? Was that?
It was a Persephone Pale Ale, we call that one.
Okay.
It's a pale ale.
Now, when you use your own hops, I mean, that's going to be a smaller batch, I assume,
We made we've got a 5-barrel system here, and we actually did a 5-barrel batches. But just to make it clear, we used pellet hops on the actual bittering hops.
Okay.
So the cones went in at the last edition, the last hop edition we did.
Okay. Were you able to get them analyzed to check out like any of the alpha and beta?
No, and that's the reason we did them on the last edition, just because I didn't know what the alpha values were on it. So working more just on the aroma and a little bit of flavor side of it versus the bitterness. Although I can tell you, just pulling them off and chewing on one of them, they were pretty bitter. So
yeah,
I'm guessing they were probably in the 5 to 6 range.
Okay, that's cool.
Just a guess.
Yeah, no, I love the effort that goes into to do that, and just kind of the whole thought. When you're sitting out back and they're growing around you, and then they're in the beer, and all of that. That makes it more like you're in more in touch with the beer that you're having. So that's cool.
Yeah, you almost had to put somebody just guard them when we had customers out there, though. Everybody wants to go pick one, smell them. I had one guy that would come by, and every time he was here, he'd have 2 or 3 of them floating in his glass of water, so he's drinking his hop water. But it's like, well, as long as you're drinking beer, you can do that, but you can't just come in here and drink hop water.
Yeah, put one between your cheek and gum, walk out. Yeah. No good. No bueno. This Kolsch is good. Very good, actually.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, we like it. And like I said, it goes pretty fast. We'll do a batch and put it on tap, and usually within a couple of weeks it's gone. And it takes us about 6 weeks to make it, so it's hard to keep it on all the time.
Yeah. So you said you have a 5-barrel brew house?
Yep. Yes.
Is all of the beer that you produce in-house, or are you in accounts outside?
Everything's in-house right now.
Okay.
We're working on, we've got to change one little thing on our license so we can self-distribute.
Okay.
And so trying to get an answer on exactly how to get that done.
TABC.
Depends on who you talk to. You get different answers all the time, and you get passed from one person to the next person. And anyway, so hopefully we get that clarified fairly soon. And we're not looking to get out on a big wide area distribution or anything, but maybe try to put a few taps on a couple of restaurants, some other, growler stations, things like that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of restaurants, I mean, you have a unique situation. You have a full restaurant inside, full menu. Tell us a little bit about the food. What is your, like, if somebody was coming in, like, let's say there's a guy, let's say there's 2 dudes that do a live streaming show in the Houston area, and they're coming into San Antonio, for an afternoon on a Saturday. Like, what should we try first? What would be the meal we should try first?
I would say probably the Dos Sirenos spicy burger.
Okay.
That's always been my go-to.
What beer would you pair with that?
So our burgers are, we use Akushi beef on all our burgers. They're half-pound patties, so it's a pretty hearty burger.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all the burgers are good. We got that one. It's a spicy. If you don't like spicy, we've got just a regular pub burger, we call it. And then there's a barbecue bacon cheddar burger that's good. But we also do a chicken sandwich that you can get fried or grilled. We do a couple of pasta dishes that are really good. Chicken parmesan and Alfredo. Our wings are great. There's a lot of people that come in here just for our wings. Our cooks made a sauce out of one of our IPAs that's real popular. It's a Hera sauce that's kind of got a little sweet but spicy bite to it. But all of those things are excellent.
That's cool. What with the spicy burger? Aaron's over here on the chat screaming spicy burger.
Yeah.
What beer would you pair with the spicy burger?
Ooh.
That we have on tap right now. I would say our Pilsner or the Kolsch Lager would probably be the best ones to go with that. But
Unless you're a big IPA fan, and then I would go with Zeus Juice.
Zeus Juice.
Yep.
I like that name. That's fun to say. Zeus Juice. Kenny, can you say that 5 times in a row?
Not successfully.
Okay.
Do you really want to hear me try?
I say you try when we go. If we get to go to San Antonio,
Yes.
we'll go by, and then you try it, and then you have 3 Zeus juices, and then you have to try again.
Oh.
And a
I could
spicy
say
burger.
Zeus juice after every time I drink one. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the new test. Can you have another beer? Say Zeus juice 3 times, and if you make it through.
That's going to be our new test for customers, I guess. It's, oh, no, you're cut off. You've had too much. It says Zeus Juice.
That's cool. Yeah, the menu looks like you also have a brunch menu, right?
Oh, yeah, we do. So we do brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 2. And got lots of great stuff there. So, I mean, if you want the traditional breakfast, you go with a brewer's breakfast. But we got shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
We've got hangover hash, which is one of my favorites.
Ooh, you had me
chicken
at
and
shrimp and
waffles,
grits.
French toast.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said you had me at shrimp and grits.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
yeah.
like one of my favorite meals ever.
And we had it, for a while we had it, when we first opened it was shrimp and barley, which so we were trying to bring in and tie it into the beer, and we were doing it with barley, but a lot of people were kind of, like, well, what is that? And you eat barley? It's like, yeah, you can do stuff with it besides put it in beer. But we switched over a few months ago when we did our transition into spring, switched over to shrimp and grits.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what it is about brunch. Like, it's some of the same food. It's like, it's just breakfast and lunch and they kind of match. But when you call it brunch, it's like, oh, it's going to be even better because you got to sleep in late, I think, and it's guaranteed alcohol. So it's like,
Exactly, yeah.
it's like,
Well, I guess you feel like you can get in there and start drinking earlier if you're doing brunch. If you otherwise got to wait till lunch to drink, right?
yeah, it's that 10 o'clock, 10:30. Okay, it's okay. This is brunch. Everybody said it's okay. Everybody's on the same level. It's good to go. No,
And lunch beers are perfectly fine.
yeah, no brunch.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we do now. We got the pickle beer. Well, we were doing micheladas before too for brunch, but the pickle beer goes great in a michelada
Oh yeah,
if you like those.
yeah. Aaron said the same thing over here in the chat. Yeah, that would be good. I like micheladas too. That'd be good. Jeffrey says once he started working at home, he's been having brunch every day. So, what do you pair with that, Jeffrey? Is that, and how's the work on the second half of the day go? But anyway, so we were talking about, you've got some, one of the best parts about the COVID
The
stuff.
sound just cut out on us.
Yeah, you have like the AC kick on or something?
Yeah, we did.
All right, it mellowed out a bit. I think we're good. If you can hear us. And I guess if you said, yeah, it did, then you can. But one of the cool things about the pandemic and all the COVID stuff finally subsiding mostly and quite a bit is beer festivals are coming back. And you guys are going to be at a couple of beer festivals coming up?
Oh, we are. We are. Yeah, so the first one coming up is the Helotes Beer Run that has been going on for quite a while. It's the charity beer run, but oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be out there. Last year it turned into a virtual run, which is just kind of tough to do. But we're looking forward to being out there for that one. It ought to be a good time. There's usually a good turnout on that. Lots of different breweries out there, so we'll definitely be there. Got us a new jockey box ready to go. So
Cool.
we'll have a few different beers out there. Hadn't decided which one.
So, okay, so I know we've got some runners that watch the show that are here in the Houston area, and I know around Helotes is how far is that from?
No.
What'd I say?
I'm not going to let you do that.
What'd I say?
You're not allowed to say Helotes.
How do you pronounce it?
Okay. I'll give you a quick, a simple Spanish lesson.
He's still bitter that
No.
On the whole Blanco
The
thing.
H is always silent in any
Is it?
anything Spanish. Yes, the H is silent.
Okay, in Spanish, but how do they pronounce it in the town?
They pronounce it elotes.
Do they? Mike, Jacob?
No, I'm in San Antonio. I always hear Helotes, but I could be wrong. I don't think it's Elotes.
No, yeah, it's Helotes. That's
Hold
what
on.
I think.
Do they really pronounce it with the H?
It has the
Although
Cornwall.
that is the home to the Cornwall Festival too, so I don't know. Maybe it is Elote.
Well,
But,
there's a Robert O'Keen live album that he recorded out there, and he says Helotes. And if anybody knows how to pronounce words, it's
Well,
Robert
you know,
O'Keen.
I am not a local, so maybe that's how they pronounce it.
Oh, he got all uppity.
Incorrectly, but
See, we had
That's-
this
that's cool.
big back and
That's
forth
cool.
about Blanco, and he was all like, "It's supposed to be Blanco," because he lived in Mexico for a while, and his parents were in Spain, so he's all proper with his pronunciations. I was like, "No, it's Blanco. That's how they say it there." And
It's Blanco. It's Bexar County, not Bexar.
yeah, well, that
Yeah.
that one always throws me. But
all right. Aaron says it's pronounced, and he said it
Helotes,
phonetically.
Elotes.
Helotes.
Helotes,
Helotes.
yeah, there you go.
All
So
right.
the H.
I don't know about that one.
But anyway, we're looking forward to being out there for that festival.
How
It's always a good time. I mean, it is a run, but I think there's more serious beer drinkers out there than there are beer runners.
Yeah.
And the big race is just to see who can get a beer first. You know? but yeah, it's a good time. And then of course in October we got the San Antonio Beer Festival is going to be back this year. So
Oh, nice.
we'll this will be our first time attending that on the vendor side or on the brewery side. We've been there lots of times on the other receiving end where we're getting out there to sample everything. So we're looking forward to being out there to serve some beers on that.
Cool. And where is that? Is that downtown? Somewhere near downtown?
Yeah, it's downtown, and they moved it from the parks that they used to be on. And no, and I was just looking at that yesterday, but the name escapes you right now. But it's just north of the Pearl where they're going to do it this year.
Okay. Well, they've got a cool video that Kennedy's playing right now. So if they can,
that's their website.
that's what I'm saying. If they've got a video like that, I'm sure they've got information on there how to get there. Wait, you may be able to. Is that on the video, or is that you scrolling down?
That's me scrolling on the browser.
Okay. See if the location's
doesn't
on
really
there.
work too well. Hold
Oh.
on. All right, hold on. Does it say it in there?
I don't know.
It's October 16th.
Okay.
Oh, that's like a week before I get married.
There you go. Maybe that's where we do your bachelor party at the San Antonio.
Oh,
Beer
here we
Festival.
go. Here we go.
Location.
Here we go.
Boom. There's a map.
Hold on. Scroll. Come on. Scroll up. This thing doesn't scroll well.
All right.
Well, I'm trying.
Well, the map's on there. People can go look. So, right? Look,
Almost.
does it have an address?
There we go. There we go. There we go.
There it is.
There
One
you
of
go.
those dots.
Yeah.
Crockett Park,
Crockett Park.
1300 North Main Avenue.
Okay. That's cool. Well, there you go. Speaking of San Antonio, how would you describe the craft beer scene in San Antonio?
It is. It's definitely growing. I mean, when we first started talking about opening it up as a brewery, then I think there were 11 breweries in town and surrounding areas. And I don't know, last count, I think we've got 18, I think, in San Antonio, and there's probably at least that more surrounding areas, and then more. So it's definitely growing and improving, and lots of different places to go and try. So I mean, it's something we're glad to be part of. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we're actually starting the Craft Brewers Guild brewers meetings again. So tonight's our first meeting that we've had in over a year.
That's
To
cool.
be able to get all the breweries together and kind of get together, have a beer, talk about our industry and where things are going. Which one of the things we're talking about tonight is our we're going to do a San Antonio beer run, or we did one last year. We're going to try to continue that this year. We're going to discuss that, and that's going to be in September as well. But that's multiple breweries working on that. Where I guess there's a run, stopping by and picking up some beers, that kind of stuff, just to kind of promote craft brewing.
That's cool. Very cool. It does my heart good to hear that, like the Brewers Guild meetings are coming back and the festivals are coming back, because as much as I love beer and just like, having one like by myself and kind of analyzing it and being all like, nerding out and like pairing it with food by myself or just at home, it's best enjoyed with friends and with a bunch of friends, so.
Oh, absolutely. It's, 4,000 of your closest friends. How often do you get to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, and drinking outside with friends in the sun's even better, So I'm glad that festivals are coming. So it was October 16th for for the San Antonio Beer Festival,
San
Crockett,
Antonio Beer Fest. Yep.
and then
at Crockett Park.
in Crockett Park on Main Street, San Antonio,
Yeah.
USA, Texas, USA.
Yep.
And then the Hello Tez
Yeah, go ahead.
beer run.
Go ahead.
Do you know that do we know the date on that one?
Hold on. I know a guy.
You know a guy? I thought I had it right here. Oh, and also we'll get to. Okay, you got the date right. September
16th.
Oh, that's 2 days before my birthday.
I can't read that.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, it's up there. It's right under the Hello Tez.
Is that a Friday? I think my birthday's on a Sunday this year, so maybe it's the
It's
17th.
it's on a Saturday. I know that.
All right, I think that's the 17th. Kennedy needs his readers. He doesn't have his readers on.
You got a Monday
look
Oh,
at
it's on the
this.
18th. Okay, maybe my birthday. Whatever that day, the 18th is my birthday, so that's a Saturday. There we go. Philip says the 18th. Boom. That's my birthday.
Thanks, Philip. I
Cool.
couldn't read that.
There we go. Thanks, Carrie. Very cool. All right. So, and then also one of the things you mentioned as we were going back and forth before the show, you're going to release your 100th batch.
We are. I'll let Jacob tell you about that.
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah, well, it should be out in the next couple of weeks. We got some glasses in just for that. We're going to be the first, 100 beers sold. You're going to get a glass with that. I don't know how much you want to tell about the style and everything about it. The Grand Cru,
Oh.
the Belgian style.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So on a Grand Cru, what? Okay, so I'm trying to think. It's a Belgian style, right? So
Yeah, it's kind of like a Belgian dark strong,
yeah,
similar. I mean,
it's a little
maybe
higher.
deep well.
Okay. Is there any fruit involved at all, or no?
We don't put any fruit in that. We do use Belgian candy
Okay.
that goes into it. This beer's got 50 pounds of candy in it.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
So
I know how expensive that Belgian candy is too.
Yeah,
I've
it's
brewed
not
with it
cheap.
before.
It's not cheap, so
No.
but it's going to be a good beer. We figured for a 100th batch that we wanted to do something special and make it sure it was worthy of the 100th batch beer. So we thought we'd step it up a little bit. It's the first time we've made that recipe or made that beer, so
that's cool.
it's tasting pretty good in the fermenter right now.
Yeah.
It's just about done fermenting, so we're looking to transfer it over to the Bright and get it carved up and ready to serve.
That's cool. Yeah, that style. That seems like the kind of style you want for a momentous 100th batch kind of celebration. That's a
That's what we were thinking on it.
yeah.
It's, we'll check the final gravity, but it's coming in, just under 11% on the gravity for it right now.
Okay.
For that ABV.
Aaron's saying cherry flavors.
Yeah.
Aaron has tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's been out back there getting samples. We have to keep running him out of the brewery all the time.
He also mentioned that the glasses you guys are giving away for the first 100 are the okay, now somebody can pronounce this. Is it TQ?
TQ glasses.
TQ, yeah, the nice stemmed. Really, I love those glasses. Those are those are like special glasses too.
Yeah, we wanted to make it where it was something special, and it's got most of our glasses have the just plain white logo on them, but this one we got a full color logo that's going to be on there, so it ought to be it'll be something special.
Okay, well that's fun. That's one of those.
Everybody needs to follow us, social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. We'll be posting about the release on that.
Yeah, that's a road trip worthy beer right there.
So, I have a question since you mentioned your logo. Were you guys the inspiration of your logo? Like, were you guys hanging out at the river one day, and you looked at yourself and you said,
took a
"Yeah, that's what's going on here."
Every time we go to the beach, our tails come out, so it's kind of like we might as well just put ourselves on the logo, right?
But
I don't know. It's one of those things. Which came first, the logo or us? But we definitely Sireno is Italian and means merman. So that kind of is where that was inspired from. After one of those late nights after several beers or several dozen beers or whatever it was. But that's where it came about anyway.
That's cool.
Hold on. Let me see if it'll focus.
Oh, you're trying to get the logo on it?
So the prize goes to the one who can tell which one's Jacob, which one's me, right?
Well, they both have beautiful beards.
There you go. Well, you should hook up with Marin at Star Sailor. She has a mermaid theme going on over there, and they're ladies. Yeah, here in Houston. She's even.
We could have some mer babies.
Yeah. That's how you just make things grow. You know, that's what. Just get all the mer people.
That's it, mer
people together.
Yeah, just in case they don't want to be identified with one gender.
Did you ever see there was a Family Guy episode? I think it was Family Guy where he was like the opposite. It was the fish head and just had dude legs.
Oh, yeah.
Because what was the wife's name on Family Guy? Not Peter, and then the wife is, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she had this whole like fantasy, and like smash cut to that. Like, yeah, this is just the kind of merman I am. I'm the opposite kind. He's just a fish guy. Anyway, she was real disappointed.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if those are running around out there, but anyway, we switched beers. We graduated?
We did
To the second beer.
Yes.
And we're drinking the Winter Not Wit.
All right. So, admittedly, we Jules went and visited your brewing on a work trip to San Antonio. That's how all this got started. Mm-hmm. And she brought this back, and I've been sitting on the Spice Winter for probably since December.
Literally sitting on it.
It's probably before December, yeah.
Okay. But man, it's held up. It's held up well.
It says spiced winter, right? So you definitely get.
It is a spiced winter, yeah.
Which is very appropriate for the middle of July. This is.
I mean, it's not appropriate.
I mean, it's exactly far enough away where you can do it. It's like Christmas music for like a weekend in July is okay.
Haven't you heard of Christmas in July?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go. Christmas in July.
It's far enough away to where it's like it's like we didn't just do that, and it's not about to happen again. So we can indulge just a little bit. So this is actually kind of nice right now. My AC's cranked down pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that beer, the more it ages, the spices tend to blend a little better and mellows out. Now, I have never had it when it was 7 months old, but hopefully they're not too bad for you.
No, it's nice. It's
good.
What spices are in it? What's the base style? It's like a winter warmer kind of.
Winter warmer. It's got a little clove and nutmeg.
Yeah.
A little bit of cinnamon in there.
And what's the ABV on this? Did I say 8?
It does say 8.
Okay. I thought so. Yeah, on spiced beers a lot of times I like it when it mellows out a little bit. The spices, the aroma will take a hit, but on the flavor side, sometimes for me I like it when it's aged a little bit. And this is really nice. It's very drinkable.
Yeah.
I want it to warm up a little more. Just to get a little more.
You
nuance.
mean, would you like it a little warmer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to cup it. I'm going to do some cuppage here.
Okay.
And then just let it warm up a little bit.
Yeah, when they warm up, usually that's when the flavors actually come out a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially on the darker beers.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. Are y'all going to do this one again this winter?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, it's a seasonal beer for sure. So typically, probably release it late October, November, after our Halloween beer that we do.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? That's a perfect segue into this. So, Mike and Jacob, I was on Twitter just messing around, looking at beer stuff, seeing what people were posting for, local beer stuff. And I came across an article that, who on the Food Network, I think she's called the Pioneer Woman. You ever heard of her? She has, like a cooking show. Yeah. It was literally her people, whoever her people are, they're on top of their game, I guess, but a little too much. They put out like the 10 best pumpkin beers like this week. They just put out that article. And I was like, it's too early. It's too early for that. July, we have that what they call seasonal creep. Everything kind of creeps earlier and earlier because they want to beat the market or whatever. And it's like I love really good pumpkin beers. I love the good ones. Like the good ones, the best ones are some of the best beers. But when they're thrown at me in July, I was like, that Pioneer woman needs to check herself. But now it gives us the excuse to talk about your pumpkin beer and your Halloween beer and that sort of thing. So, because I don't know that we'll get to talk to you again, until maybe, we could talk to you again before then. But go ahead and hit us up. What's your Halloween beer since you brought it up?
Well, so first off, we didn't do a pumpkin beer. Last year we did do a pumpkin spiced beer, but we had no pumpkin, so we just did some of this that we actually took our chocolate stout and that we are as a base, and then added some pumpkin spice seasoning too. But we did a small batch of that. Yeah. But our main Halloween beer is our Witch's Brew that we do. Which is it's a Belgian wit, but we pick Texas persimmon and add Texas persimmon to it. That we originally thought we were going to make it turn black, but we get it to where it's a kind of a blackish green color, and the foam on it gives a nice little green color to it. So we've done that this 2 years in a row now. We'll probably do it again this year.
Okay,
so it's pretty popular.
Persimmon.
The plan was to call that one the Black Cat Wit, but so when we put the persimmon in, it went from the yellow for a wit to straight to black. And when we transferred it in, it was looking yellow again. And then during fermentation, it actually changed back to black and then back to yellow. And then when we transferred out, it looked almost greenish. So it went through a couple of transformations there. And when we poured it, the color is kind of hard to explain. It was almost a purplish with the green foam on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So are persimmons, like, I guess, are they tart? Are they sweet? Are they kind of both? What's the flavor?
Very sweet.
When they're ripe, they're sweet. They're sweet. The Texas persimmon, so a lot of times people think persimmon, the little orange fruits. Texas persimmon are black and look about the size of a grape. And so we take those, harvest them, and go through the process and basically just get the pulp and take the skins and the seeds out of it and use the pulp into the beer.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that'd be a fun brew day to be around.
Well, if you want to come help with process some of those persimmon, that's the fun part. That's every one of those little grape-sized things has got about 8 seeds in it and the skin on it. So we process about, 40 pounds to get about 10 pounds of pulp out of it. But
How long does that take?
a few hours.
A few hours
with a few people doing it, and you end up with looks like you got squid ink all over you by the time you get done with it.
That'd be fun. If we can make it, when are y'all going to brew that? I'd show up for that.
We usually brew that first part of October.
Okay.
Yeah.
It all depends on when we can get out and actually go harvest all the persimmons.
Where do you get them from?
That's the fun there.
Where do you get the persimmons from?
We've got a ranch that's about 2.5 hours west of here that's covered with persimmon trees.
Okay.
So we just go out there, ride around, and pick persimmon.
Oh, that's an adventurous beer.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's fun. That sounds fun. All you need is like some Iron Newt, and then you're like, that's like the perfect Halloween beer. It's got the whole deal. Anyway, maybe you can dry Iron Newt it. I don't know how that goes. Randall it through Iron Newt. Do people still randall things?
Do people still what?
Randall beers through like hops and different things like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see it as much. It was like real hot for a while. And then
Yeah, you don't hear about it as much, but I think some people do that on their hop or their dry hop schedule instead of dropping through. They're running stuff through that way.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we could randall it through some Iron Newt. I don't know what the flavor profile of Iron Newt is, but
Who's taking eyes off all the newts?
I don't know.
'Cause that's kind of mean. I mean, do you use newts for anything else?
Yeah, you could probably barbecue.
Barbecue a newt?
Yeah.
It's like a salamander.
Yeah, like smoked newt.
Yeah.
They're good eating. You just got to have a lot of them.
Yeah. Bacon wrapped newt. Sounds delicious.
Well, if you
Open
put
fire.
it in bacon, what is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's like maybe rotisserie style over a open flame. You got to do it high because of the bacon fat. But smoky,
All right. Okay.
bacony.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one that pulls the eyes off though. That's just mean.
Okay. Philip says too far. He must have a pet newt or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry, Philip.
Sorry, Philip. Yeah. It's insensitive of us.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, okay. So anything else we need to tell the masses about Dos Sirenos?
What do you think?
We got our Oktoberfest coming up. We brewed our Marzen and Fest beer back in March. And
Okay.
Oh,
lagering, it's hard not to touch them yet. Just let them sit back there. And every time I walk in the cooler, it's like, I could just pour a glass of this. But
are you sure there's any left?
no.
It sounds like Aaron is kind of goes and helps himself.
Yeah, we got a special lock on those to keep him out of that. But
The cool thing about I feel like Oktoberfest, Marzen styles, that it's kind of evolved a little bit to where it was always the sign that it was like the fall, early fall was supposed to be when that came out. But it's really like so good with so many good so many foods like burgers and like fajitas and so many like roasted meat, anything like that. You kind of want it all the time. So I like that it comes out earlier.
yeah, well, I mean, we like them all the time, but we don't release it till September. So we brew them in March, but we don't release till September. I've had people ask us, why don't you have it on all the time? But to me, it's if we did it all the time, it's not as special. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's since it's just a one-time deal and that's all you got. Once it's gone, it won't be till next year. It just makes it that much more special.
Yeah. Well, we're close. We're close to that season, right? So
Yeah, and we got lots of other beers to try too.
Of course.
Something else we do we didn't talk about on Fridays and Saturdays every week, weather permitting. We have live music here.
Oh.
Have lots of great music, trying to support the local music scene. So it's always a good opportunity to come out and listen to live music, sit outside, and have a few cold ones.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you guys offer any kind of any kind of specials to mere folk?
To beer folk,
Mere, like if a mermaid, merman, cruise in or something.
If somebody comes in and identifies themselves as one, I'm sure we could work up some kind of a special.
Okay.
You definitely need to be dressed the part, I would say.
Yeah, maybe somebody has to cart you in. I don't know how that works. Do y'all have water access anywhere close?
Yeah, do you guys have tanks?
Well, the Riverwalk's not that far from us. But,
would you jump
now,
in the
you'd have to hit dry land for a little bit to get here. We don't have any tanks. It's funny to talk about it. During the design, the architect we were working with tried to convince me into putting in a big aquarium and putting some fish, obviously, but then see if we could find some kind of merman or mermaids to put in there too to go along with that. But it's like, unless you can find me some live ones to swim around, I'm not doing that.
I guess why you need to speak with Marin. She has them out every once in a while. There's some people here in Houston that do the whole mermaid thing.
Oh,
Yeah, if we had a big tank, our space is a little small to be able to do that. We talked about doing that, actually putting some behind the bar with the merman swimming around type of thing, but
Yeah.
probably mostly mermaids because nobody wants to see a merman. Let's be real.
agreed. and just to clarify, it's going to be fish from the waist down, right? With the human torso,
yeah.
not the other way around.
Yeah,
not the opposite.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool. That's funny. All right. So yeah. All right. Aaron says both the Meritzen and the Fest beer are great. So y'all are doing both, like a
We
Fest.
do have a Marzen and a Fest beer, yes.
Okay, that's strong. Yeah. Aaron says you can just show the movie Splash just on repeat.
Just put that on there.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to do a live action The Little Mermaid at some point. So maybe that's a
No,
no.
you don't want to show the Little Mermaid there.
The music's fantastic. No.
Not for adults.
When's the last
There
time?
might maybe there's an adult version of that somewhere out there.
You can do
Well, maybe we better not go there either.
maybe do a sing along. That'd be fun. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
all right. Well, guys, we don't want to take up too much of your time today. Your hours. When are you open? What days? What hours are you open?
Currently, we're open Wednesday through Friday, 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Saturday, 11 to 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8.
There you go. So make it a point. Get down to San Antonio if you're not already there. If you're there, just go on over to Dos Sireno. But if you are not in San Antonio, something will take you to San Antonio. I typically go to San Antonio at least 2 or 3 times a year, it seems. So there's always something that takes you to San Antonio. If you're in Texas, you end up in San Antonio. Yeah. Oh, let me ask you one. I don't want it mean to be controversial, but I'm sure we do have some people in Austin watching.
Oh no, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Where you're going.
Breakfast tacos.
San Antonio, hands down. And I've lived in Austin too. I lived in Austin for 20 years, so I've had to experience both, and I think San Antonio's hands down is the winner on that.
Okay.
And I'm sure that'll cause some controversy, but
It won't.
It will.
It won't.
It will with Austin people.
I mean, if he would have said Austin,
Just
then
for them.
Yeah.
Everybody else knows.
come on, everyone from California is moving into Austin. How good can the breakfast tacos be now?
Yep.
I don't know.
I've had some good ones in Austin, but I've had great ones here in San Antonio.
Yeah. Aaron's is not even competition.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you heard it here. So you said it with conviction, Mike. I'll give you that.
I did. I mean, no hesitation on that.
We should probably have a big debate at some point. I don't know what the points would be on either side other than just try this and then like figure it out. But
What's the debate?
I don't know.
mean,
I just want some breakfast tacos.
Austin's got their barbecue. San Antonio's got the
Just an
tacos.
excuse to eat more breakfast tacos, right?
Right.
We'll
You
bring
can,
the beer.
Right.
We'll get the tacos.
yeah. You know, the thing is, like, if I were on a stranded island and somebody came up and had some Austin breakfast tacos, I'd be like, okay, I'll eat those. But if I had the choice between the two, that's when we get down to it. I'm going to eat more breakfast tacos. That was my New Year's resolution, and so far I'm holding to that. It's the more breakfast tacos. So anyway, there you go. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
As you can hear, air conditioned.
Yes.
Cool.
I guess that's feed for everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
AC kicked in.
They have an air-conditioned brewery.
Yeah, no, it just takes a second and then Skype figures it out. It's like, oh, that feels good, and then the microphone is fine.
Yeah.
But you're going to be comfortable. You're going to have delicious beer. You're going to have fantastic food and fantastic company with Mike and Jacob there. And Aaron, if he's there or if he's out working, depends on.
Or in the back drinking all the beer.
Or in back and drinking all the beer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you'll see my wife running around here, Carrie. She's the one that kind of keeps us all in line here. She's just not a big fan of being on camera and doing interviews.
Well, she jumped on the chat a minute ago.
That's okay.
it's
Neither am I.
okay.
Yeah, just a minute. So, Carrie, thanks for doing that.
Come on.
So very cool. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being on the show today. And I want to say delicious beers, the Kolsch and the spiced winter warmer, fantastic. So I want to get out there and try the Witch's Brew. Heck, I want to try them all. I'm going to be honest with you. So
Good. Come on by.
okay, well we'll do that. What are you doing the rest of the day, Kennedy?
Nothing.
Take a road trip to San Antonio?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I don't know that we'll make it today.
I'm not driving.
Okay, that's true. Dang it. All right.
We're here all year, so whenever.
Okay. Well, we'll be there sooner rather than later. But thank you guys for.
I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dos Sireno,
Thanks.
San Antonio, Mike and Jacob Sireno. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care.
Toodles. Hey, try to end the call. That's where we do that part where we can still see him and then Mike's going to wrestle that fly. There's a fly that was been just antagonizing. There we go.
Oh, those damn flies. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, flies have been, what's going on with that?
I don't know. I think it seems like just this year,
More so?
more so. They are just everywhere.
Like,
And like we have this fly in our house, and we've had it for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I sit down on the couch, it likes to buzz around my head, and it is fast. It'll like land somewhere. I try to swat it, it always gets away.
you know what you need?
It just it's like its whole meaning in life is just to irritate us.
You need one of those salt guns. The fly assault guns, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
they
yeah.
shoot little salt.
Yeah.
I mean, your whole house will be covered in salt
Yeah,
But that's fine.
I'm sure that'll go over real well.
It'll be fine. It's little pellets. It's not like kosher salt. It's like table salt.
I would rather have the kosher salt.
Why? To kill like
Yeah,
scattered about?
no, so you have like more room.
More room?
Well, like like a higher caliber weapon.
That's like using buckshot as opposed to birdshot.
Yeah,
But flies are more bird-like. Jeffrey says he pays his kids $1 per fly they kill, which is probably about right. They're hard to kill. So
I don't
much
have
fun.
kids.
But I will say that if you just wait patiently,
Mm-hmm.
that fly will probably die.
It hasn't died in 2 weeks.
Well, its lifespan is no more than 2 weeks, right? What's the lifespan of a housefly? Now we need to figure that one out.
It might be a bunch of flies.
It
but I
might
just
be
think
like
it's one
generation.
fly.
It might be a generational warfare that you're going on. They've just they moved in and decided that this is their territory. That your house is now theirs. You know.
I don't like them.
Well,
Not
lifespan. Lifespan. Hold on. Of a housefly. Of a housefly.
You know, you should ask.
28 days.
You should ask Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's awesome. I want to have him on
He
the
knows
show.
a lot about flies.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And what was the mathematical that he was the guy? Chaos theory.
Yeah.
Life.
No, I'm
Finds a
talking
way.
about the fly
I know, but I'm also talking about Jurassic Park.
when he turned into a fly.
I know. 28 days. If you can just wait, and you said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 more weeks. That's the most you got. Probably that last week is
It's
really
just, like,
old and decrepit.
Everything's fine. I mean, as soon as I sit down on the couch, it just like buzzes around my head,
Yeah.
lands on me,
You got 2 more weeks at the best.
lands on me,
Maybe 5 if he's like a really
landing on
elderly.
me. You know, depositing eggs
Yeah.
like they
Maybe
do.
unless it's a dude. They
That's
gotta have
true.
another fly to do eggs. I guess you can lay eggs like
Yeah.
a chicken.
Yeah.
They're just not fertilized. I don't know how that works. I'm not up on flies.
You
What did you do this
fly
weekend?
better be up.
No, my fly. I think it's up. But I'm sitting, so it's fine. What'd you do this weekend? Did you have any beers this weekend?
I was sick this weekend.
No, it's
I got sick.
a good thing I weekended pretty hard then
Yeah.
for the both of us.
Yeah.
I went to the beach.
No.
I went to Crystal Beach.
Today's the first day I've been out of my house for like 4 days.
Oh, you're feeling better, I hope? Or
I'm
just
feeling
coming over
better.
here and spreading your germs?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm real stuffy though.
No, you don't sound it. You sound,
I don't.
No, I mean-
I can feel it. Like I really need to blow my nose right now.
Oh, you sound a little bit now.
Yeah.
you're probably.
I got to blow my
Need
nose.
you to leave.
Big time.
No,
I'm past it.
Yeah, we went to the beach. Jeffrey says that Crystal Beach is the best. Crystal Beach is fun. I'm gonna really have to do like a point for point like that in Surfside.
I would tend to agree with Jeffrey. Like any beach around here, I'd say Crystal Beach.
You've been to Surfside,
I've been to Surfside.
and you like Crystal Beach better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Crystal Beach. Well, let me say, Crystal Beach is definitely like the party beach.
it is.
Yeah.
And we partied.
Yeah. I'm
Hard.
sure you did. I'm sure you partied hard.
We did.
Yeah.
Me and my wife and our friends and my girls and
Yeah.
their kids
Partied hard.
partied
man.
hard.
Yeah.
I will say this about Crystal Beach.
You built sandcastles and.
No, but we did bury some people.
Oh, ooh, we buried people.
Yeah.
Huh.
Jeffrey just says Surfside is further. See, for me, Surfside and Crystal Beach is like 2 hours. Surfside's an hour and a half. So, but I do have the parking sticker now for Crystal Beach, and it's good through December.
Well, going to Crystal Beach, you get to go across the ferry if you go that way.
I didn't go that way.
Yeah.
I went the other way.
Yeah.
I was like super close to Beaumont at that point.
Sort of.
I mean, 30 minutes. That's super close. I think.
What you go through Winnie
Yeah.
to get there. What
You
was
can take
it?
a right.
Oh, there's a meadery in Winnie, Texas.
Is there?
Wait, or was that Anahuac?
Either way. Do you know
Can't
the name
remember.
of it?
No, Bruce was talking about this last time.
Speaking of Bruce, latest episode of Interbrews will be up today or tomorrow at the latest. He was on it. We were at the
Really?
Firm Meadery in Conroe.
Hold
which-
on.
That was how my weekend started.
I guess I missed part of this. Mm-hmm. Is he part of this firm?
He is good friends with
Okay.
Mike and Kathy.
So
who own-
he's not currently
Mike and Kathy own the firm,
right.
the Firm Meadery, downtown Conroe, right across from the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to downtown Conroe lately?
I don't think I've ever been to downtown
It's
Conroe.
it's happened in place like the square area. There's okay, so Foss Brewing is. I got to chat with those guys a little bit. They're building. They're in the oldest building in Conroe. Sorry, this is spoiler alert for this latest episode of Interbrews when it comes out. But Foss Brewing is going to be the oldest. Is in the oldest building in downtown Conroe, built in like 1911 or something like that. And then right down the corner is the Firm, and then there's some other bars and restaurants. Brick House Tavern, and of course none of that's too far from like Copperhead and Southern Star, and even B-52 is across 45, but you're up there, right? So Philip says he checked out Excalibur over the weekend.
Oh, what'd you think about Excalibur?
Yeah, that's a fun spot.
And did you? Oh, I forget what it's called, but they have the sourest beer I've ever had in my entire life there.
Yeah,
It's something berry.
I like
It's a
those
wit.
guys. They've been on Interbrews too. I like those guys.
Yeah, they got good beers.
They got great beers, but they're just cool dudes, and it's a kind of a cool spot. You just sit outside, hang out, and you're right there in Old Town Spring.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you bring your sword. You have sword fights.
I mean, if you want.
Jousting.
Sure. Yeah.
There's an area you can go out in the front, go jousting. You can't.
In the front?
Yeah, I was kidding. You
No,
can't. You
I was
can't
gonna say
really.
the streets right there.
You can't really joust there.
No, not really. But whatever.
Oh, Danielle had the sour beer I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
I forget the name of it. Oh,
Yes, Philip. You do need to go back there again and let us know when you're there, because that's not too far from Kennedy's. Parking is a little well,
Yeah.
the church across the street. If it's not a Sunday,
that lets you park in the parking lot?
the church is real cool about that.
Really?
Yeah. If you listen to Interbrews, you'd know that. Boom, mic drop.
Inner what?
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, but yeah, no, downtown Conroe, back to Conroe, which is not that far from Old Town Spring, but yeah, downtown Conroe is a pretty cool spot. Walking around, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they used to have a really good restaurant right next to Excalibur. I forgot what it's called, but I think it recently closed because who can afford rent in Old Town Spring?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was still there.
It's closing or it closed. It's the one with the pig on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just order food there. Fantastic. And then go to the brewery and drink and eat your food.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know the status of said restaurant. But anyway, my weekend started with an Interbrews out at the Firm, which that was fantastic. And then on Friday night, I hung out with some friends, and I shared some beers and meads. I took mead. Oh, and so back to how that's connected. Mike and Kathy own the Firm, and then Bruce and Bridget Leslie, who Griffin, right?
Yeah.
They own a farm out in Pumpkin, Texas.
That's a place?
Yes, but theirs is called Pumpkin Vineyards, so they do wine and mead, which is Griffin spelled differently than the previous iteration of Griffin, and they have sheep, but all their sheep have been sold already, as far in like ahead of time.
So they have no sheep.
Well, they have sheep, but I'm saying you have to get in line to get a sheep. But all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's Griffin mead. I actually have some Griffin mead in this house right now.
You do?
Blueberry,
I still have a bottle of Griffin mead.
not old school Griffin. I'm talking
Yes,
about
I'm
the new.
talking about old school
Right,
Griffin.
I'm talking about the new Griffin.
Oh. I'm not talking about the corkscrew.
Oh, Corkscrew Barbecue.
No, it's not. It's literally like right next door to the brewery.
Corkscrew's still open.
Yeah, corkscrew's still open.
They're good.
Corkscrew's not going anywhere. That place is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great barbecue. Corkscrew or Tejas? You're kind of smack dab in the middle of those two. If you had to choose, like if somebody said, "Let's go get barbecue," which one are you gonna take them to?
Damn, that's a close one.
It is.
Probably Tejas.
Okay, because you can why
Closer?
slightly.
Yeah, I mean it's.
They do have a really good beer selection. How's Corkscrew's beer selection?
I don't know. I've only gotten like stuff to go there.
Yeah,
'Cause
Tejas has excellent beer. Beer
I didn't know. Not when I went.
at Tejas.
Yeah.
You should go again because they have great beer.
Well, the line was so long. They had a cooler out in front
Oh,
with like free Lone Stars.
free?
Free Lone Stars.
Oh, that's cool.
If you wanted to grab a Lone Star and drink it,
Yeah, that's
you
like
could
water.
do that.
Yeah, I would have done that just to say.
I think when I went, it was cold, and I didn't feel like holding the cold beer.
Yeah,
That
No,
day.
they have. I mean, every time I go, they have good craft beer.
Oh,
Pretty
like
good craft beer selection.
Weekends, they have like where they sell the burnt ends. Oof, that's hard to beat.
Even the chocolate. Like, have you tried their chocolates and stuff like
I
that?
have. It's a bit pricey, but man, it's good.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, I'm not a big sweets person either, but it's
Oh, I am.
good. It's good stuff. So I mean, either way, neither one is a bad choice. I just don't know about Corkscrews. Anybody know about Corkscrews beer selection? They probably have some good beers there. I don't see how you can have that much appreciation for barbecue and not have good beer. You know? What I'm saying?
There's a new place in Houston called Piper's Barbecue. That place is fantastic.
Where's that located?
It's on Shepherd, right across from the HEB on Shepherd.
Okay.
And man, I'm getting a little snotty here.
You are getting snotty.
Yeah, they're catering our wedding.
Oh.
And they probably give Tejas and Corkscrew like a good run for their money.
Okay.
They're that good. And they have like a good bunch of local beers on tap.
Yeah.
They even have like New Magnolia,
Cool.
which is like just a couple blocks away. That's on tap.
That's cool. If you want to try something, I have a good taco truck nearby. Just let me know before you go.
Oh.
$1 taco.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Fantastic. Like 10 minutes from here.
Oh.
We're reading the
I
chats.
think Philip's giving Jeffrey shit. When are you gonna come to a meeting, Jeffrey?
Are we talking Rogue Talk?
Yeah.
Y'all should do your own Rogue show.
Maybe.
The Rogue Show.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We did during the pandemic.
I know. Go for it. You should do it. Why stop? Anyway. All right. Anything else we need to talk about? I feel like there was something.
There's a big homebrew competition at City Acre this Saturday.
City Acres is it the Dixie Cup?
No, it's not the Dixie Cup.
The Dixie Cup's coming up.
I think it's the one where everybody had to use the same yeast.
Like the what do you call it? The
Hold on.
Daisy chain?
Any second, not daisy chain. Any second here, Jeffrey's going to pitch in. Because I'm pretty sure he entered a beer in this competition.
Let's see. Let's look at the Dixie Cup. The Foam Rangers. Let's do that.
Foam Rangers.
That's in October.
Hold on.
Oh, August 5th is when the opening registration.
I'm just going to leave this comment on the screen for the rest of the show.
What? That you're right?
This is you're right.
About what?
I'm not exactly sure.
No. It wasn't about the pronunciation of a Texas city. You're over.
Hello Tez.
Yeah.
That is not a city.
What is it, a principality?
Elotes means corn in Spanish.
Okay.
Elotes.
Helotes is a town, though.
Yeah, but it also means corn in Spanish.
Okay.
So you don't pronounce that with an H.
It's not. You're pronouncing a town name. That's what you got to get away. That's where your mistake. That's why you're over.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Don't make me call the Chamber of Commerce.
No. I look. I realize in Texas we don't always. There's a lot of Spanish names in our cities that we don't pronounce, and that's another.
Do you think there are words that we have here in Texas that when you go to, say, Mexico or even, I don't know, somewhere like further away that has even less Texas influence, that they mispronounce the way we pronounce it?
Yes.
Right. Like when you go to Dallas even and you look at Houston Street, you know how they pronounce that?
Not Houston.
No, it's Houston.
Houston.
Right. And that's why nobody likes Dallas. But, that's what I'm saying.
All right, there we go. The Spanglish. Let's see. The W East, Y East, 1728 Scottish Ale. Everybody had to use that one.
Okay. But they could do any style?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you brew a Scottish Ale? Is that what everybody brewed?
I hope not. I want somebody to try something different. Anybody can do. I mean, it's not anybody can do a Scottish Ale, but you know what I'm saying? Like, do something different. I want to see what that yeast can do. Let's see, Dixie Cup. If this is up to date, August 5th is when registration opens.
That's not up to date. The competition is tomorrow. Is Saturday.
The Dixie Cup is?
Oh, I don't know what the Dixie Cup.
I'm talking about the Dixie Cup.
Oh.
The Rogue Brewers, as much as we love them, and I know you're a member, they're not the only homebrew club.
No, this is going on at City Acre.
I know. But I'm talking about the Dixie Cup. Dixie Cup is the oldest. I don't know if it's the oldest. It's the most prestigious homebrew competition in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Bar none.
Okay.
Sorry. It's just the way it is.
I'll probably win this year.
The Dixie Cup? Mm-hmm. What are you're going to enter? All right, let's see. It's nation's oldest home brewing competition. I don't think there's a category. Like, I think it's a qualifying event for the Masters Championship of Amateur Brewing.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, this year's theme is Hazed and Confused. The special category is Hazy IPA.
Oh, that's what they're doing this year?
If their website is up to date, then yes.
Made a Paloma beer thing? What is a Paloma beer thing?
I don't know. What's Paloma?
Is that a style of beer, Jeffrey? Paloma?
What is Paloma? Let's look it up. There's no sense in not knowing. We have the internet. Paloma.
But I'm sure he's going to respond
A
before you can look
grapefruit
it up.
and tequila tipple. Not the margarita. It's Mexico's most beloved cocktail, according to bonappetit.com/recipe/Paloma. So it's grapefruit and tequila. So it's like a margarita with grapefruit. But it's the most beloved. Jeffrey says he's brewing a hazy IPA right now. You're going to need to brew another one if you're going to do for the Dixie Cup.
Oh,
That's not going to be a hard one, though. Like, if you're going to have to enter the beer early,
right.
it's like a ranch water with grapefruit. So is ranch water now just the term for hard seltzer?
I don't know. I think we're giving a little Texas twist to it. Everybody's calling it ranch water now.
Everybody calls it ranch water.
Yeah, it's still seltzer.
Eh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey.
Whatever. Anyway, all right. Have anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well, I had a good weekend. I had a lot of
Good.
tiki weed on the beach. I'll say this about Crystal Beach, more so than Surfside. This is where Crystal Beach gets the nod. The went to the gas station just right up the road from where we went onto the beach. You can drive onto both beaches,
Right.
typical Texas beach, right? But the gas station, although the bathrooms, you have to go to the bathroom out in the porta potty out in the parking lot because they don't want a bunch of sandy people messing up the plumbing, which makes sense.
There are no Buc-ee's.
No, it is not a Buc-ee's. It's about the size of this room.
Yeah.
Was the whole gas station?
There's a Buc-ee's going to Surfside.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the very first Buc-ee's ever.
Yeah. Exactly. But anyway, they had tiki wheat. Galveston Island Brewing tiki wheat.
Oh, nice.
Because Crystal Beach is like what, 30 minutes up the beach, or so
From what?
from Galveston.
Well, it's you just gotta once you cross the go across the
ferry.
yeah.
Do you have to pay for the ferry?
No, ferry's free.
We should have done that. It was 20 extra minutes.
Yeah.
We should have done that.
Yeah, ferries. If you've never been on that ferry, it's worth the trip.
We should have totally done that.
Sometimes though, it's not worth the wait. Like I've seen that sometimes the lines can get like 2 hours long
Really?
to get on that ferry.
Oh.
Yeah, so then
Oh,
it's
it's
not
all right.
worth the wait.
Yeah.
But if I'm assuming you Google mapped it before you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been worth the wait.
Yeah. We should have done it. Oh,
Yeah.
well, missed opportunity. We did eat at a really good restaurant down
Yes.
there. Also had a bunch of craft beer on tap. Just right, what was it called? I don't remember. It was good, though. You get water view up, everything's on stilts down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, they've lost everything on the island a few times.
yeah. Oh, yeah, all the houses by the beach they're all brand new.
Yeah, until the next one comes by.
Right. How often does that happen? Anyway. All right. Well, we'll wrap it there because, we'll leave them wanting more, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Great show today, Kennedy.
Great show today, Josh.
Thanks for lining up that interview with Mike and Jacob.
Well,
Sireno.
Julie talked to him like months ago, and I just got around to it.
But you did the legwork on that one, and then we got it. And it's a couple likable dudes, right?
Yeah, they're cool.
That was great.
Yeah, father-son duo. That was
Yeah.
always cool.
Makes me want to go to San Antonio right now. I mean, after I ate lunch. Anyway, thanks everybody for being a part of the show. We'll see you next week. And for Kennedy, I'm Josh. And for Mike and Jacob, toodles, everybody.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.